Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Cardinals Stadium for CTN's live coverage of high school football. It's the final game of the regular season and a mid-afternoon affair on a Thursday. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro up above as the Cardinals welcome the Farmington Tigers. An unusual atmosphere, but a beautiful day to play football.
What do we say, any given Thursday afternoon? But, you know, obviously, for all those who watch the Cardinals, they know they're struggling, and this is an opportunity, against a pretty good 4-3 Farmington team. But Coach Russin has a game plan. We'll talk about that as this game unfolds, but it'll be an interesting one for sure, Joe.
Well, last week against Blaine, the Cardinals saw their first leads of the season, but they had a tough time stopping the option quarterback from Sam Shaughnessy. They're going to see a similar style offense for the Tigers and Jonah Osk.
Jonah Osk is a phenomenal athlete. He's been doing it for the last 3 years at this school. And really, Coach Russin said, in order for us to be successful, we have to contain number 7. He scrambles well. He throws well. Obviously, he runs the ball. Has nine touchdown passes so far this season. So an opportunity for the Cardinals on defense, they're going to have to stay in their lanes. They're going to have to limit number 7 if they want an opportunity.
Yeah, he's also their leading rusher with over 550 yards. So he got over 1,500 yards of total offense. On the flip side, the Cardinals have struggled to score. They only have one guy on the squad who has multiple scores, and all of them have come on big plays. That's Gavin Sayedith. He had the lone touchdown for him last week against Blaine.
Yeah, Gavin has 4 catches on 13 targets, 193 yards, and those 3 scores, as you mentioned. Coach Russin said, we're going to throw the ball a lot today. I think number 14 is going to be actively involved in this offense. I think you can see Muhammad get the ball to him, or at least attempt to get the ball to him. I bet he has at least 10 targets tonight.
Well, the Cardinals will start on defense first, and we'll see how the wind plays into their desire on offense to throw the ball a lot. It is very gusty on the field, but the Cardinals and the Tigers take the field next on CTN. Back at the Cardinals Stadium, the Tigers won the toss and elected to receive. Brock Wayans and Ty Beck are the deep backs, awaiting the kick from Jackson Young.
The Tigers are a pretty good offensively motivated team, and what they do tonight, they'll want to play well on first down. They're going to leave themselves with short opportunities if they don't get first downs. I think you're going to see them come out and be very dominant here on offense, or at least attempt to be a dominant on offense. Cardinals know this. Defensively, you saw what they did in that first quarter against Blaine. They played really well. They stopped them on a key 4th down situation. I think the Cardinals looking to do that here on defense again today.
Line drive kick into that heavy wind. It is getting to the end zone for a touchback. And these two teams played in the final game of the regular season last year, an absolute barn burner. And with more on that, we go down to the sidelines and Bill Hupp. Bill?
Thanks, Joe. Yeah, last year's game was crazy. Cardinals took a 27-12 lead early in the 4th quarter. Farmington scored 2 touchdowns to extend the game into overtime. In that OT, the Cardinals scored a touchdown and had a chance to win it, but their 2-point conversion was unsuccessful. They lost 34-33. We'll see if the game this year is similarly wild.
Well, yeah, that was a fun one down in Farmington to be certain, but the Cardinals hungry for a win, trying to get that one win to finish the regular season. But as you mentioned, they're going to have to stop this high-powered offense. The handoff immediately goes to Lane Johnson. He gets some blocking off the left side, has a first down and more, breaks a tackle out across the 40 and close to the 43-yard line, a gain of 20 or more.
Well, I'll tell you, they run 3 players in this offense, which includes their quarterback, Jonah Osk. Lane Johnson has 84 attempts, 84 carries, 484 yards, 5 scores. All 3 of these players who run the ball for Farmington average at least 5.8, or if not a little bit more, per carry.
Yeah, Wyant is the other big one, but he's also their leading receiver. He's lined up in the slot, number 4 on this one. They hand off to Johnson again in the middle. Not nearly as much room. He has a couple across the 45 to the 46-yard line.
Yeah, Wyant's a heck of an athlete, all-around athlete. Obviously, you talked about him. We talked about running the ball and receiving. He just went over 100 catches for his career. Last game, Joe, he had a 50-yard kickoff return, and then, because he didn't score, he had a 50-yard punt return for a touchdown.
2nd and 7 after the gain of 3. Osk pumps, now throws, has Wyant, has a completion, a big play as he breaks away from the defense down the near side, tripped up inside the 10. Neal dives and takes out his ankles, but it'll be a goal-to-go situation for the Tigers after just 3 plays to go 75 yards.
Yeah, this is why the Tigers want the ball first. Get the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Good protection for Osk up front. And then Wyant does the rest with his legs, and Neal with a touchdown-saving tackle, able to bring him down. But the Tigers are knocking on the door.
Yeah,
early.
gain of 23 on 1st down, and now this one of over 40. Handoff goes to Wyant, left side. He has the touchdown after hauling in the big pass, getting tripped up early. He gets to the end zone on the very next play. 4 plays to go, 80 yards.
Yeah, he averages almost 15 yards per reception, and again, we talked about it, 6.8 yards per carry. That's a touchdown on the number 5 on the ground for that young man, and the Farmington team capitalizes on their opening drive.
His 4th receiving touchdown, 8th total touchdown of the year for Brock Wyant. Kick is up and good for Ethan Geisler, and it is a 7-0 lead for the Farmington Tigers, less than 2 minutes into the contest.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to my fellow workers at the Oakdale branch who have locked the doors and decided they were just going to not let customers in, and they're going to watch the football game from 1 o'clock on. So have fun, boys.
And that is a very quick strike for this Tigers team. Exactly what you're looking for. You know, the conventional wisdom these days is when you win the coin toss, you defer and you start the second half with the ball. Tigers said, we want to get on the board early. We want to get our offense going, and they did just that. A 23-yard run, a 3-yard run, then a 41-yard passing play followed by a 5-yard touchdown for Brock Wyant.
Yeah, again, just an efficient drive by the
Sorry,
Tigers.
that was his 5th rushing touchdown
right, yes.
and 8th total touchdown
Correct.
of the season.
Correct.
I misspoke earlier.
I'll forgive you.
I appreciate that. Yeah, Jonah Osk has 17 touchdowns, 9 passing and another 8 on the ground.
Yeah, we talked about it. He's been a 3-year starter for this club, and just a real efficient leader from co-head coach Rick Sutton, leader on and off the field.
That shows you how windy it is down at field level as it rolls off the tee, as Geisler is looking to boot it away. Cole Wilczek will come and put a finger on top of it. Geisler will boot it away with the wind at his back. This one will not make the end zone. It got over the head of Adi, though. Adi scoops it up at the 5-yard line. It would not have made it to the end zone. Looking for room, breaks one tackle, but eventually just overcome by a wave of white jerseys, and Coon Rapids will start with a very long field.
And my conversation with Coach Sutton, I talked about special teams. He said their special teams play has been pretty good this year, and you can see good coverage downfield on that punt, start making the Cardinals start right up against their own end zone.
Ball will be placed at the 6-yard line. But we talked about the big playability of Gavin Sayedith. His touchdowns have come, all 3 have been thrown by different quarterbacks. Play action, first down, pass is complete to Joitza, and he'll be close to a first down. about a yard shy at the 15.
Joyce is another one of those athletes for the Cardinals that has big play ability too, and they obviously want to get him in some space because he does a nice job of running after catch.
Sayedith got the first score of the year in week 2, a 64-yard touchdown to Jeremy Oddie. Then against Champlain Park, he had an 83-yard touchdown thrown by Aiden Snow. And then last week, a 35-yard score. And he had to battle through some tackles late in that one last week against Blaine. Oddie up the middle will have the first down out to the 18-yard line. And Oddie had the best rushing game of the season for a Cardinal running back last week against Blaine as well. So a lot of good things have come later, but you just have to dig a little deeper than the overall final score.
Joe, and those are some of the things you see in training camp early on, the things you anticipate, hope to happen during the season. They saw glimpses of that last week in that first quarter and a bit into that second quarter against Blaine.
Muhammad with an empty backfield on 1st and 10 from the 18. The man in motion is Joitza. The pass will go to him on the short receiver screen. He's got some good blocking out across the 25 to the 26-yard line. And a good pickup on first down.
Yeah, really good pickup. Again, getting into the hands of your playmakers, quick throws like that. You just, you don't have to protect as much up front if you can get the ball out of your hands quickly into the playmakers' hands. And you saw Joyce with a nice run after catch. Again, making it a relatively easy second down situation.
Second and 2.
See if this is a play where maybe you take a gamble downfield, second and short.
Sayedith shifts closer to the line on the left side. Handoff goes to Oddie. He's going to be stopped short of the first down. It'll be 3rd and about a yard. Cardinals trying to move the chains for the second time on this drive.
Chris Riak, number 33, is on the tackle. He's a leading tackler on this squad for the Tigers. Coach Sutton had a lot of nice things to say about him. He's got 71 tackles, 9 for loss, a couple of sacks, and 1 forced fumble on the season so far. Impressive young man on defense.
Big 3rd down early for the Cardinals on offense, looking to respond to that touchdown drive by the Tigers, and that flag is going to make it more difficult.
Yes. Good movement.
False start. Offense. Everyone but the center. 5-yard penalty. Still 3rd down.
And the center's going, hey, I knew the count. Thank you, Jared Leader. I'm not sure how you pronounce your last name. I apologize, but thank you for wearing the mic. I certainly appreciate it. It helps to the sounds of our game.
So instead of 3rd and 1 from the 27, 3rd and 6 from their own 22. First 3rd down situation for the Cardinals. Again, Farmington very quickly downfield, went 80 yards on just 4 plays. Cardinals trying to respond, but started from their own 5. On 3rd down, Oddie in motion. Throw it back to him. He wanted to throw downfield. He finds himself room and does just that. Barry went up for it, but it is incomplete. Mickey Chant was right with him. Not fooled by the fake, and the Cardinals will be forced to punt.
No, again, I like the play call, and it was really good coverage. Oddie, obviously a quarterback as well, able to throw the ball downfield, but yeah, really good coverage on the play defensively for Farmington.
Well, he did a great job of finding himself room to throw the pass because the Tigers were there on the edge. But it'll be Jackson Young punting from inside his own 10-yard line. And a bad snap. He's able to get it up and get off a halfway decent punt. Fair catch signaled for and made at about the 46-yard line by Ty Beck. I'm impressed with that boot considering the snap.
Oh, it's Jackson Young. He works hard at his craft.
Rick Sutton, one of the head coaches of these Tigers. 6:56 on the clock in the first quarter, and the Tigers take over in great field position from their own 47-yard line, up 7-0. Handoff again goes to Johnson, and Johnson not going to find a lot off the left side, maybe a couple. Stopped shy of midfield, 2nd and 8. Lane Johnson able to break away on the first play of the game from scrimmage, picked up 23 yards. Since then, a couple of carries for 5 yards as the Cardinals have been able to stop him up. Cardinals showing blitz. Osk asks the sideline if they should change the play. They stick with it. Play action, quick pass, complete to Wayant, has some blockers, evades a tackle, breaks free again. He's got another big pickup down the sideline. This time he's all the way to the house, his 2nd score of the afternoon, and a very early 2-score lead for the Farmington Tigers.
Joe, I would have stayed with that play as well. I said, no, let's stay with that.
A 51-yard touchdown from Osk to Wyatt. Wyatt now has 2 catches for, is that 92 yards? 100 yards. Even.
That's a pretty good average, isn't it? I'd say divided by 3, carry the 1. That's 50 yards a catch. That's pretty good.
I've got it for 92, but.
Are you questioning Harley?
Unless the touchdown was on a catch. Pretty sure that was a run. Either way, the kick is up and good by Geisler.
Maybe he was thinking 100 yards total offense.
Oh, you know what? I was that was a 51-yard catch.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was from their 46.
Yes.
I got you.
Oh, there we go. Minneapolis math.
Of course. Harley is right. What was I thinking?
I was in drafting class that day, so I missed it.
So, yeah, 2 catches, 100 yards, and a touchdown. It's a nice start for him.
That's really a nice start for him. Yeah, he's a good athlete, obviously, and, you know, this Farmington team has 3 pretty good offensive players that they go to regularly.
Yeah, they definitely do have the bulk of the workload.
Yep.
And you can see why. I mean, Wyatt came into the contest with 718 offensive yards and 7 touchdowns. He's already got over 100 and 2 scores. And we're not even midway through the first quarter.
Yeah, well, you know, this is why they wanted the ball first. They want to get the ball into the hands of their offense because it is explosive. Coach Russin did tell me that they definitely have playmakers on really on both sides of the ball.
Blew off the tee again, and again we'll get Wilczek over to put a finger on it. But yeah, in 6 plays, they've chewed up 130 yards and scored twice.
Amazing. Very efficient, obviously. But defensively, you got to make sure you bring
133 to be exact.
Bring that ball carrier down.
High end over end kick. Adi reaches for it. Could not get it, and it's in the end zone for a touchback. Probably the best case scenario for Coon Rapids, really.
Well, the Cardinals will look to see if they can improve on that first drive. They did move the ball a little bit, but it fell short.
Well, 2 successful short passes on first down to make 2nd and short situations. Cardinals converted the first one, not able to do so the second time. Of course, made it more difficult by the false start penalty on 3rd and 1. Muhammad out of the pistol, has Adi in the backfield with him. 2 guys on the left, 2 guys on the right. Straight drop, they set up the screen for Adi, trying to work back to the middle of the field. Got fast past the first wave of tacklers out to the 25. And again, Cardinals able to get a solid gain on first down.
Yeah, good thing he's quick, quite obviously, because there was a bigger defender behind him, but he was able to scamper up and get that nice gain, as you mentioned.
We'll even give him the 26. So 2nd and 4.
That was Speratos. Another one of the defensive players that Coach Sutton talked about.
Muhammad, quick drop pass complete right side to Waldron. He's hit almost immediately and stopped for a short gain. It'll set up 3rd and 2.
again, good protection for the quick throw to the outside. And one of my favorite Cardinal players in the game right now on the offensive end, Jeremiah Walker. I'd like to see him get the ball. He's a hard runner after catch.
He's the man in motion, shifting from left to right on third down, trying to get the Tigers to jump.
Almost.
Fumble, and the Tigers are on top of it, and they are going to take over inside the Cardinal 25-yard line.
That is the absolute last thing the Cardinals could afford there, especially where they were on the field. And that just gives them an opportunity to go with that offense, get back on the field.
The kicker, Ethan Geisler, is the one to come up with it, and just miscommunication. I don't know if Adi knew he was getting the ball at kind of a late reach. I think like he thought it was going to be a fake because he was a long way away to accept a handoff. And now Farmington, already up 2 scores, is going to take over from the Coon Rapids 23-yard line.
There's
Co-head coach.
Thank you. It took me a minute.
No problem.
Yeah, John Piper, and I think that our own Bill Hupp is going to be talking to him at the break.
Pass complete to Wilczek left side, and he's going to have a first down at the 11-yard line. Quick screen to the big, tall receiver. Wilczek checks in at 6'4", 205. Bunch formation at the end of the right side of the line. Handoff goes to Johnson inside. A lot of red jerseys in the middle. He's back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Second down.
Now that again, good job by the defenders just to surround the ball carriers, led by Samson LeClaire to bring him down for no gain.
Osk will spread him out on 2nd and long. Got Johnson in the backfield with him. Quick drop, looks left, pass is complete. Stretching for the every last inch is Ty Beck, and it's going to be 3rd and short. A good pickup on 2nd down.
Yeah, gets him on the other side of the 5, quite obviously, and an opportunity for their running game to go to work. Try and get their 3rd score here in the first quarter.
3rd and a long 2. Handoff goes to Wyant, and he is going to be very close to the sticks. We'll see exactly. It looks like, yes, it's going to be a first down, 1st and goal from the 1.
Yeah, obviously 1st and goal, short of the goal line. But again, just you pick up that first down, and you get an opportunity at 4 more chances to cross the stripe. So looking to lean for that, stretch for that goal line. The Cardinals bring him down a little short.
Wyant maybe a little shaken up as he goes off without his helmet on his head.
Yeah, he looks a little wobbly. Hopefully he's okay. Took a shot to the gut.
So obviously not in the lineup for 1st and goal from the 1. Handoff, Johnson hit in the backfield and stopped immediately. He'll lose 2. Ball came free. Cardinals have it. A huge turnover for the home team.
Oh, that was Christopher Monami who accomplished that play on his own. He had him in his grasp and pulled him down. That's a huge turnover for the Cardinal defense. Big stop. Because the Tigers were knocking at the door, ready to score their third touchdown of the quarter. Big play for the defense. Love to see that.
And for the 2nd time in 3 possessions, the offense will have a very long field. Yeah, that was just a great stop. That ball, he was down.
Oh, his knee was down.
Absolutely
his
100%
knee was down.
Yeah. I thought he was down, but the Cardinals will definitely take it.
Well, yeah, you're not going to see replay in this level.
Handoff goes to Adi on 1st down. A lot of traffic, weaves his way through some of it, dives forward for a gain of about 3.
The Cardinals trying to get out of the shadow of their own end zone. So nice job by Adi to get a little yardage, get yourself away from that goal line.
Second, 7. The Cardinals from the 8-yard line.
Cardinals have seen most of the action in this first quarter at this end of the field, both offensively and defensively. Defense coming up with a huge stop and takeaway. 3 receivers on the left side. Muhammad, some play action. The pass incomplete. He had 3 receivers over there, and the pass fell kind of harmlessly in between all of them. And it'll be 3rd and long.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he had to get rid of it a little quicker than he wanted to, and just to avoid the sack, because there was pressure right up the gut.
Well, and there were white jerseys over in that area as well. So also maybe a little fortunate that an ill-advised pass wasn't picked off and possibly taken to the house. 3rd and 7 from their own 8-yard line. Timeout.
Coon
Rapids. They know how important this is.
Yep.
Early in a ball game, you have to protect the ball, but at the same time, you kind of want to be aggressive. You need a first down. You need to move the chains. At the very least, to give your defense a breather and to give yourself more opportunity and more room if you do need to send the punt unit out again.
Well, he obviously thought, he wanted to make sure the play call was correct on the field. Felt better that he took that time out to make sure we clarify everything, and the guys are on the same page. Puppets, new contract, they have to be in the show a minimum amount of time, so a certain amount of time.
Last possession ended on a Cardinal fumble on 3rd down. Defense able to get it right back just a couple of plays later. As the Tigers were threatening inside the 5-yard line. Now on 3rd and long. Muhammad looking to his left, throws, that's tipped,
Almost
and
picked.
it is incomplete, and a couple of Tigers take one another out, both going for the football. Chant taking the hard part of that collision, but the Cardinals go 3 and out, send the punt unit back out. Young will be standing in his own end zone.
Well, he's tough. He's staying there. He's not coming off the field after taking that hit. And the Tigers should have pretty good field position to start their next drive with 1:53 remaining in the quarter.
Beck and Wyan are standing at the Coon Rapids 45-yard line. And that one was blocked. It'll take a Cardinals bounce, but they're going to get it again. Almost in the red zone. 2nd time they have taken over inside the 25.
Yeah, I mean, a team like this, it's so dangerous. Field position is so important for the Cardinals, and now you've given a great field position opportunity here for Farmington with their offense.
I don't know if
that was just off the
if
side of his
Rehak
foot.
got a piece of it, or it just scared him enough that a very short punt from Jackson Young. From the 22, handoff goes to Johnson. He pulls a man forward down to the 17, a gain of 5.
Yeah, again, just a nice little nifty run just to pick up 5 yards to make your 2nd down opportunity that much easier. And there you see him just keeping those legs moving, able to pick up some additional yardage.
Second and 5, the Tigers back in the red zone. Handoff goes to Wyatt, looking for room. Right side, ball's out again. Cardinals get another takeaway.
Wow.
Lance Hill falls on top of it as it just dropped right in front of him.
Yeah, we talked about Lance Hill and what a playmaker he is on the defensive side of the ball. Right there to fall on that. And again, LeClaire got a little bit of a finger on Wine's shoe. and just kind of forced him to alter what he
Cam
wanted
Cummings
to do.
Coleman
Nice play.
punching the ball free.
Just, be aggressive. And that's what the Cardinals are on the defensive side that drive, and they're able to get the ball back to their offense.
Lance Hill, the one there to fall on top of it.
Met Lance's mom coming into the stadium. What a wonderful lady. Very nice.
On first down, Muhammad, play action. That pass is knocked down as they tried to set up the bubble screen for Loic Joitza. And while the defense for Coon Rapids has come up with a couple of takeaways here late in this second quarter, the defense for the Tigers has been swarming and making it very difficult for the Cardinal offense to find any room to operate. 3 receivers on that right side. Braden Waldron alone on the left. Man in motion is Walker, shifting from right to left. Handoff goes to Adi. Adi trying to find room, stay behind red jerseys, but barely able to dive back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 10.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's awfully tough on a play like that to cut back into the middle, especially a back the size of Adi, because you're going right back into the teeth of the middle of that defense where you've got those big boys up front. And difficult to get by them.
Down to the final 30 seconds of this opening quarter. Tigers showing blitz. They'll bring the safety. The throw way long down the left side. Joitza had stopped up. It falls incomplete. And the Cardinals will again be punting from deep in their own end.
Yeah, the offense just not getting anything going. I mean, they had a little bit in that first drive, but just not able to get out of their side of the field, which again puts Farmington in great shape as far as field condition goes. And how often can you rely on turnovers on the defense? 2 in the last on the last couple opportunities, but nonetheless, you've got to be able to stop them without hoping to get a turnover. That's blocked.
This one is definitely blocked, hauled in, and a touchdown for Max Spiratos.
Yeah, wow, just a great play.
But I don't know that you can.
There's a flag on the play. I don't know if you can advance that.
I don't think you can advance the kick, so it'll be at the 3, but still.
Nonetheless,
it's exciting.
That's a great
it's
play.
Fun.
Yeah, a great play.
After the punt was recovered by the defense, illegal block in the back.
Or that.
On return team number 33. 10-yard penalty, first down Farmington.
Okay.
So maybe you can. I would think you would be able to advance it, but I'm not sure. Either way, it was a great finish by Max Spiratos, and it's all for naught.
So they'll put it at the 15. Yeah, that was a great play, but it's just too bad it didn't count as a touchdown for the young man because.
Well, two very quick scores on their first 2 drives. Then the Tigers have taken over deep in Cardinal territory the last 2, and they've turned it over. Osk on the option will keep it cut upfield. He's got a nice gain. He fumbles, but out of bounds, and it'll be a first down.
Oh, he was hit hard at the end of that play,
and goal. It's the first time that we've seen Osk take off on his own. And it'll be 1st and goal at the 5. Oh, they're going to say 2nd and inches at the 6-ish. Did not quite get to the sticks. Handoff. No, keeping it is Osk. He's right up the middle for the score. And they make quick work of it this time. Hold on. A couple of runs for Jonah Osk. He's into the end zone. That's his 9th rushing touchdown of the season.
Injury.
Oh, we have a Cardinal down on the field. Well, again, the Tigers capitalized with a short field. After that great special teams play, blocking the punt, did have a penalty, but started that drive from the 15.
Yeah, 2 carries for Jonah Osk. I was going to say, we haven't seen him decide to keep one yet. And then he does on both plays of that drive. The first one for 9.5 yards, and then second one got the final 6.
Didn't make it.
No good for Geisler. Still a 20-0 lead. 1 second remaining in this opening quarter.
There you see 2 plays. We talked the 15 yards. Just a mere 10 seconds to score. Osk with the scamper into the end zone. Getting the knee taped a little bit. There's a big smile on his face as well. He should.
Took a hard hit after that first run out of bounds. But not so much to keep him off the field, obviously. And then the very next one, I thought, it was a good fake. I thought that he had given it to Johnson. Instead, he pulled it away late. Goes right up the middle, good blocking. And he's into the end zone.
There's Red, never misses a contest. Want to give a shout out to all our friends in Farmington watching. Weren't able to make the drive and able to watch it from their homes or hopefully their offices.
Cole Wilczek will hold the ball. They're not even going to wait for it to be blown off the tee this time.
They're going to just go ahead and do it.
Geisler has put the first couple of kicks right into that 5-yard line range. This one squibbed up the middle, returned by Price Kieran. Kieran, a nice effort to get out across the 35 and out to the 38.
This is the end of the first quarter.
And that will take us to the end of the first quarter. It's been Tigers running up a 3-score lead. Cardinals have the ball to start the second after this on CTN.
There was once a time when local sports coverage wasn't what it is now. A dark age filled with handycams and Polaroids and angry crowds. Then 2 noble souls stood and proclaimed aloud that they'd give the people high-quality sports no matter how. So Sports Nights they became. Delivering stats and highlights was their vow. And Sports Nights they remain. Watch them weekly on CTN Now.
Farmington Tigers really controlling that first quarter.
It's Rick Sutton, co-head coach for the Tigers. That's Rick and I had a nice conversation about his squad and what he was expecting today. And I asked him, if, do you ever look past the being an 0-6 team? He says, no, it's just about us.
First play, they try to go to Joytza. That is intercepted off the tip by Logan Petzinger. And just like that, the second takeaway of the afternoon for the Farmington Tigers.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Again, a great defensive play, great heads up by Petzinger. I want to see this catch and see if he actually caught it. I thought it hit the ground.
I think it was a makeup call, because I think this one. Oh no, that's a great catch.
Great catch.
Great catch by Petzinger, and I apologize for doubting him. And again, the Tigers will take over in plus territory starting from the Coon Rapids 49-yard line. I was questioning why they changed the kickoff, because they have put the Cardinals in very long field situations really throughout that first quarter, but they get it right back on the turnover. Handoff goes to Johnson, and he's going to be stopped for a 1-yard loss.
Good job up front by the defensive line for the Cardinals, just not off playing their blocks and making that stop for a loss of 1. Samson LeClaire, one of the Cardinals on the spot.
Osk out of the shotgun, has Wyant and Johnson in the backfield. Wyant sprints out. He looks that way and then looks downfield. Now we'll tuck it and run. He makes a man miss. He's got a nice gain out of bounds and will be very close. I think he's got the first down. Yes, he does.
Well, that's some of the things that Coach Russin was talking about, that Osk scrambles so well, runs with the football, and you certainly have to be, as a defensive back and a defender, you have to be concerned that he may throw it, but once he gets past that line of scrimmage, he's elusive. You saw a nice move there to pick up some additional yardage.
Originally looked at the screen, then looked over the middle, saw that was well defended, decided to go on the run. One man assigned to control the corner, and Osk made a nice move, make him miss. Wyant on first down gets carry, running right, good blocks to get around the corner. Stood up as he gets to the 33-yard line, but a solid gain of 5.
That was Lance Hill on the tackle. He's leading tackler on this ball club, and you know I've marveled at the fact that he plays such a good position back there, and he's such a sure tackler. You're going to see him there. He's not going to let him go, and using his power to bring it to the ground.
Speratos, the man in motion, lined up in the slot. Pass goes to Wyant off the left side, breaks a couple of tackles. He's going to have another first down to the Coon Rapids 25-yard line.
And he's so elusive. He does such a nice job of getting out of tackles and the defense opportunities for to be able to bring him down. I mean, just a really nice job after the catch, and then he's going to make the quick move to the inside. And again, just fake to the outside, go to the inside again, and pick up some additional yardage. Just really an efficient runner.
Speratos was the one. He had the blocked punt return for the touchdown that was called back, and now they've got him lined up again as a split back or a wing. Handoff goes to Johnson. He's got a nice gain off the left side, forced out of bounds just shy of the 10-yard line. Another first down for Farmington.
And give that offensive Farmington credit. Just really nice blocking, both at the point of attack and then at the next level. Is able to make sure that he had a number of opportunities to run and pick up some additional yardage, and he did. I mean, he saw a lot of green in front of him, and he's able to get that nice run.
Speratos not on the roster as a tight end or a receiver. He's 6'5", 235 D lineman.
Good sized young man.
Yeah, you put him in that split back position, and he can definitely block the corner. Osk up the middle. He's going to be stopped just shy of another first down. It'll be second and short from the 3.
But you got to be, as a defender, you got to be concerned about Lauscher quite obviously, but also Osk. There you see the give that was the fake. He kept it. He's able to pick his way to the 2.
Be second and a yard from the 3. Handoff goes to Wyant. He's going to have at least a first down, but he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. It'll be first and goal from inside the 1.
Yes, the defense just look at the blocking up front. I mean, granted, he didn't get into the end zone, but plenty of room for him to pick up that first down. But just a nice job by those offensive linemen standing up the defense for Coon Rapids.
Osk will keep it. A lot of traffic in the middle, and he's going to be stopped, maybe even a short loss. It'll be second and goal from the 2. The Cardinals have come up with a couple of takeaways in the red zone.
They have.
Right up against their goal line here. They bring everybody in tight, and they're going to run left with Osk. He's into the end zone, his second rushing touchdown of the afternoon.
Yeah, and again, they had a pretty good sized hole for Osk to run through.
Well, and he's a big kid too. I mean, 5'11", 205.
He is.
Oh, sorry, 6 foot 180. I was looking at Lane Johnson. He's also. They've got some big kids, big athletes.
Yep, they really
coming
do.
out of that backfield.
I mean, look at the blocking. And that's the key. You just stand those guys up and you not let them get their hands on a ball carrier, and then he's able to walk into the end zone that way.
Geisler on to attempt the extra point. He missed the last one. No doubt on this one. It is 27-0. 7:35 to go first half.
Yeah, they are coming off a 50-14 win over Burnsville. Burnsville, another team struggling like the Cardinals are.
Yes, Coon Rapids and Burnsville numbers 31 and 32 of 32 teams at the 6A level.
Lots for these Tiger fans to be cheering about here this afternoon. Thursday afternoon football, Joe Young.
Very, very odd.
Yeah.
Beautiful day for it.
Oh
again.
my gosh. That's
but yeah,
sure.
in year 28, we've seen a season opener at 10 o'clock on a Friday morning.
Yep.
And now the regular season finale at 1 o'clock on a Thursday afternoon.
Just never know.
Never seen in the previous 27 years either of those occurrences.
So I asked Coach Russin why the Thursday afternoon game and not a Wednesday evening. He said it was just came down to officials, being able to get officials at certain times.
Well, and I know that probably the premier game in the state of Minnesota for the regular season finale also taking place at this same 1 o'clock Thursday afternoon kickoff, that being number 1 Minnetonka hosting number 2 Maple Grove.
That should be fun.
This one taken by Neal from the 5, waiting for the blocks to set up, trying to cut back. A lot of white jerseys trying to change fields and drag down at the 15-yard line, and Coon Rapids will again have a long field. Late flag comes in. This may actually
Face
help
mask?
their field position.
Maybe a face mask. Again, just really good lateral pursuit by the special teams, not allowing Coon Rapids to gain the edge, but we'll see what our officials call.
After the play was over, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 9 of the kicking team. 15-yard penalty, first down, Coon Rapids.
There's the crew. Jared Leader leading the way. Josh Hicks, Chad Evanson, Dean Kockelman, and the one and only Gary Golka.
Mickey Chant is the guilty party, number 9. And it is a 15-yard penalty, and a huge benefit to the Cardinals to put them out at the 30 instead of their own 15. But a huge mountain to climb, down 4 scores. Handoff goes to Adi on first down, trying to find room off the left side. He's going to have a short gain of 2 or maybe 3. And Coon Rapids just resiliency is a key for this Cardinal team, because they have not had a lot of things go their way.
I talked to Coach Rustin after this play. I'll tell you what he told me just about that subject.
Handoff goes to Adi on 2nd and long. He stood up in the backfield. They may have gotten him back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll be 3rd and long.
Well, I talked to Coach Rustin. I said, you know, you come to this game 0-7. What's the attitude of the guys like? And he said, it's just been amazing. The guys haven't been hanging their heads. They play to the very end of the last whistle. They do what we ask them to do. So he said, yeah, is it disappointing? Quite obviously, but the guys have been really, really good about what's been going on this season. Not liking to lose, of course, but not hanging their heads or giving up by any stretch of the imagination.
Cardinals had a first down on their opening drive, have not seen one since. And they are going to call a timeout with another big 3rd down here, down 27 points. A little more than midway through the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, they would certainly like to put some points on the board before the end of before the break comes. But so far, the defense for Farmington playing really, really well.
Yeah, each team with a couple of takeaways. We talked about Gavin Sayada's big play abilities. Well, they've got some other playmakers as well, but they need a big play right here.
Yeah, I predicted 10 targets for him. It's not looking good for me. But there's still plenty of football left in front. I mean, the Cardinals would love to have an opportunity for a big play, and he is certainly their big play threat. And they certainly could use a big play right now.
We saw a huge play out of Harold Berry going up and grabbing a contested catch for, I think, 40 yards last week.
We did.
Muhammad passes complete to LaFacca, and LaFacca fights for a first down out across the 40 to the 41-yard line.
Yeah, it's just really good effort after the catch. That just goes to show you what Coach Russin was talking about. These guys, they don't quit. There's all fight in these young men, and it's just epitomized there by the fact that he was able to stretch and get that first down, make sure they move the chains. They certainly need to move the chains.
And he really had to fight for those last couple.
He did.
Needed 7, got 8. LaFacca is spread wide with Waldron on the left side, Barry the lone receiver on the right. Walker set up as the wing. Pass goes to LaFacca again. He's got another catch, this one for about 6 yards out to the 47-yard line.
Again, in those quick throws, and that's what works for the Cardinals, is they've got to be able to complete them, obviously, but those quick throws, so there's not, he doesn't have to spend a lot of time in the pocket.
Second and 4 from their 47. Double move, and what a catch for Waldron. And he's got a great gain down to the 25. There is a flag.
I think it's going to be on the defense.
Wow, what a great double move, and then an amazing one-handed grab by Braden Waldron.
Yeah, it's going to be on the defense because the official who threw the flag is the one that was placing the ball down.
Holding, defense, number 2. That penalty is declined. First down.
Talk about big playability. This is a big play right here for Braden Waldron. Goes up one hand, makes the catch as he's spinning around, and good yardage after the catch. First and 10 from the Farmington 24. The Cardinals threatening for the first time this afternoon.
I see a Sports Night opening clip in the making right there.
Handoff goes to Adi up the middle, trying to get Jeremiah Walker as the lead back. Lined up as the split end on the right, but still not a lot open in the middle. Second and 10.
Insert for the Tigers. No gain, second down.
Frank Enzer with the stop in the middle. Walker shifting from right to left. Muhammad drops back, looks long over the middle. Trying to cut back in is LaFacca, but out of his reach. It'll be 3rd and 10.
Yeah, he was double covered on the play, but he was just able to shake the defender at the end. But as you mentioned, just the throw wasn't there for him.
The Cardinals coverage of the play by number 9, the high chant for the Tigers. 3rd down.
That big target, Jeremiah Walker, looked open too as he was streaking down the field. I don't think I'd want to tackle him if he's got a full head of speed coming after me.
Especially when you talk about the size difference between him and the secondary guys, the cornerbacks and the safeties are typically the smallest guys on your active roster. Handoff goes to Adi. Big hole in the middle this time, and he is going to be very close to a first down, and he will. just enough. Good blocking, best hole they've opened all game, and it comes on a huge play, 1st and 10 from the 14.
Yeah, big play by the Cardinal offense there, and nice to see Adi get a little bit of room to run. Cardinals knocking at the door. They would, again, we talked about it, love to get a score before the break. They need it for their own confidence.
Blitz coming, handoff to Adi. He's smothered in the backfield. He's going to lose 3.
Yeah, that play wasn't going to go anywhere with that blitz coming, because all of a sudden now you have all those white jerseys and Adi has nowhere to go, because they're going to run right into the teeth of that defense. And
just all kinds of numbers and size.
Yep. Big young men.
Sparatos, again, the 6'5", 235 D lineman who for a moment got to celebrate in the end zone, only for a flag to take it away, and then we saw him as the split end. And again, that's meat.
That is definitely meat. There's no question.
I mean, Walker at 6 foot 210. This one tipped, picked off. Second interception of the game for Farmington. This one by Joe Seifert, and a good return out across the 25.
There's a flag on the play. I think they're going to run this back a little bit. It was a block in the back, maybe. See what he says.
After the interception, the illegal block in the back on the returning team.
Yep.
Number 51. 10-yard penalty. First down, Farmington.
Well, the Tigers able to get their 3rd takeaway of the afternoon, and
he was going for Sayedeth.
I thought it had been tipped, but just underthrown.
No.
And a good takeaway for Joe Seifert.
Yeah, and that's a tough break for the Cardinals, because they were moving the ball, and again, it's underthrown. The receiver looked like he got behind the defense a little bit, but unfortunately for the Cardinals, that ball wasn't able to make it up over the top of those 2 defenders.
Pass complete to Wyatt, left side. He's dragged out of bounds, but has enough for a first down out to the 27-yard line.
Oh, looks like he's hurt.
When we saw he was a little shaken up previously. But yes, definitely in some pain, and Cardinal trainer Jeremy Shepard right there.
Oh, he's pounding the turf. Not sure where. Is it his knee?
Well, lower body for sure. Looked like he was indicating shin, maybe ankle, and certainly hope that he's going to be okay. He's had a great game.
Good. Such a good athlete. And, you'd hate to see something happen to the young man, especially obviously this time of the season where you're going to start section play next week.
Wyatt, one of the captains for this Farmington squad.
One of the stars for sure. I'm sure there's a hush across the way over the Farmington fans who came up to Coon Rapids for the game. Yeah,
Okay, I want to know more. When you spoke with the Farmington coaches, did they tell you what Ambush Alliance is?
They did not. We did not discuss that.
So I was looking and I started counting captains. I'm like, wow, that's like 10 captains? That's a lot. No, there's a different designation for captain. Wyatt is one of their captains. There are 5, but there's 5 others that are, and they are also part of the Ambush Alliance. The Ambush Alliance is 10 members strong.
We'll ask the coaches coming down if they can explain to us during the break, and then we can talk about it.
It's not all of their seniors, because they've got a healthy few in the class of 2025. Speaking of which, it was senior night here at Cardinals Stadium. All the Cardinals seniors and their parents out on the field for a little pregame ceremony. Unfortunately, the last time the Cardinals were able to celebrate as they trail here 27-0, just under 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Wyant is back up, and he's able to walk back under his own power. Maybe a little gingerly, but
yeah, his day will be over, quite obviously. A couple of teammates are going to come out and help him walk off the field. Oh, he's going to try it on his own.
he says no.
I don't need help.
But you know, would they even need him after this half? We don't know.
Well, yeah, I mean, does it make sense for them to bring him back into the game? Just, you know, at this point, I mean, granted, there's still plenty of football, but you've got a healthy lead, and the football. But definitely missing his ability on the field.
And you talked about it. They are kind of a three-headed monster
Yep.
coming out of that backfield with Osk, Johnson, and Wyant.
First and 10 for the Tigers from the 27-yard line.
But they will have it first and 10 from their own 27, 1:58 to go in the second quarter. Osk out of the shotgun, sends a man in motion. That's Resny. Ball on the turf.
Farmington has it.
Osk couldn't quite get back on top of it, but fortunately for the Tigers, Nicholas Berg able to secure the loose ball. They'll lose a bunch, though, back to the 16.
Yeah, he's just trying to turn, and you can see it come out, and then Nicholas Berg falls on it.
So by a hand,
So second and 21. They run a counter inside. Johnson trying to find room to run. Finally gets a seam. Cuts back to the outside. A huge gain. He's got a first down and out of bounds on the far sideline.
Well, you have to be so concerned with Osk that counter play works to perfection. Johnson able to take it around the
Well, and his
right
patience
side.
is impressive
Yep.
because holes 1 and 2 were filled with Cardinals, and he's able to recognize that, bounce all the way to the outside, and then get upfield for a first down to the 40-yard line, and we're going to have
movement, I believe.
a false start. We'll back him up by 5.
False start. Offense, number 87. 5-yard penalty. Still first down. Please reset the game clock to 1:18. 1:18.
Put a couple of seconds back on the clock.
Mr. Leader does a nice job of controlling things here there on the field.
So first and 15 from the 35. Osk bobbled it a little bit, now steps up, gets away from the pressure, still looking downfield, throws that pass complete to Resny. He's got a big gain into Cardinal territory, still fighting for extra yards, gets a push from a teammate all the way down to the Cardinal 35-yard line. Talk about yards after contact.
Well, absolutely, and he did not want to be brought to the ground.
Timeout. Farmington.
Farmington's calling a
Their first of the
timeout.
half.
Trying to put another score on the board, Joe, before the break.
It'll end up being a 30-yard gain, and Osk, what a great job of keeping his eyes downfield. Cardinals collapsed when he broke the pocket and looked for the sidelines because, again, he's a very dangerous runner, but he kept his eyes downfield, found Resny all alone, and what a great job after the catch for Cody Resny.
Yeah, well, Resny did a really nice job of just continuing to keep his feet moving, and that even though there were Cardinals trying to bring him down, he was able to use his forward momentum to pick up some additional yardage.
His first catch of the afternoon takes him to 23 on the season, and he's now over 30 yards, or over 300 yards for this 2024 campaign.
Yeah, I mean, they just could do a good job of distributing the ball to different players on this squad. I mean, you know, typically we saw the big three, but nonetheless, that you get a guy like him picking up some slack for Wyant going out.
Well, he is their second leading receiver.
Yeah.
Has 3 touchdowns on the year. Osk airing it out, looking for Resny again.
Got it.
Great catch down to the 11-yard line.
It was a heck of a throw, as well as a great catch, but he laid that right into him, right on the 1 and 4. Just did a nice job of just lofting this one up. Beautiful catch.
Right where only
Yep.
Resny would have a chance on it. First and 10 from the 12. And they're going to back up on another false start, or did we have a timeout? No, a flag?
No, it's a false start.
Back him up to the Cardinals 17. 1st and 15. 46 seconds remaining. You see 2 timeouts for Farmington, so plenty of time. The clock not an
False
issue.
start. Offense, number 87. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Ty Beck, the guilty party on both of those false starts.
Yep.
Yeah, great catch, just
Beautiful.
perfectly placed where
Yep.
only Resny would be able to get to it. Osk throwing to the end zone. A lot of red jerseys there, but this one is going to be incomplete. They're looking for the offensive pass interference, but not going to get the flag. Aiden Decker had position,
Did.
opportunity, and ended up on the turf.
Let's take another look at that. Oh, that's a terrible
Wow.
non-call.
Unless you rule that it wasn't catchable. But
I don't know.
2nd and 10. Osk in some trouble, able to get away, throws to the end zone. Too far for Resny. It'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, you know, I like the fact that he's able to get the throw off without losing yardage and almost put it up over to where Resnick was the only one who could get to it.
Elijah Hitler from the Cardinals. Pressure on that play by number 7, Samson Whitmer. Here we go, Cardinal fans. It's 3rd down.
So 3rd and 15. Play action, pressure coming, and a sack. A big time for that play from Andre Matthews.
Yeah, Matthews just blowing by the block up front. You're going to see him, number 40, just going around the block. Big
Loss
play.
of 7 on the play, so 4th and 22.
Timeout.
And a timeout, Farmington with 4 seconds. Do you go for the end zone, or I don't know what you think about Geisler's leg? We've seen him kick, make 3 of 4 extra points. Be a healthy field goal from here. You're looking at a 42, 43 yarder, and it's into the wind.
Yeah, I'd take a shot to the end zone at this point.
Farmington, who has turned the ball over twice in the red zone. And now this one, a red zone trip in danger of ending again without points. They still have a 4-score lead.
Right. It's going to be a healthy throw to the end zone.
4th and 22 from the 24. 3
Timeout.
receivers up
Coon
top.
Raptors.
Cardinals
Their final
will take a
timeout of the half.
timeout after seeing how the Tigers line up on 4th down. Defense could get to the locker room with a feather in their cap a little bit if they're able to prevent Farmington from adding to their lead here.
I think so
on
as
a
well.
drive that looked like it was clicking right along. Tigers, of course, hurting themselves with a couple of false starts on this drive. First one did not come back to bite them. This one, when it was 1st and 10 from the 12, has certainly been costly, followed by the first sack of the afternoon for the Cardinal defense. And here we are with 4th and 22. Osk rolling to his left, looking back right, gets away from some pressure, running, nobody on that side of the field, still wants to throw, will find a guy in the end zone, but this one's going to come back as the flag is definitely going to be against Farmington for a hold, and you can't blame the lineman. He can't hold your block that long without grabbing a piece.
It's either holding a legal player downfield, either one.
Well, it was before he threw the
Yeah,
ball,
so
so
I-
it's not going to be a legal man downfield, I don't think.
We'll see.
Illegal blindside block
Oh.
on the offense, number 70. 15-yard penalty. Will replay 4th down with an untimed down.
So
That's
4th and 37 from the 39. So able blindside block, so blocking back toward the line of scrimmage at some point. That's that'll do it. That was a big hit too. So ball back at the 40. They put it at the 40-yard line, and I think they need the 2. So, now they put it at the 39, which is, I thought, the right spot. 4th and 37. Not a lot in the playbook for this. Untimed down. This will be the last play of the first half, and it'll be another sack for the Cardinal defense. Another
That's
big
the end of the
play
first half.
for Andre Matthews. He gets both sacks, and the defense is able to hold and not give up another score. But the Cardinals go to the locker room down 27.
Yeah, and they'll get the ball to start the second half as well. But just a positive to end the first half for Coon Rapids. Didn't have a lot of positives in that first half.
No, and the one drive that they got going late, drive down into scoring territory, only to see the Farmington defense come up with its second interception and its third turnover of that first half.
Yeah,
Bill Hupp is down on the sideline trying to wrangle Coach Nick Russin to get his first half reactions, and he has him now. And we go down on the field for Bill. Bill?
Coach, the defense was out on the field a lot, but a couple sacks, a couple forced fumbles. What did you think about that side of the ball in the first half?
Yeah, I think they're playing tough. They've been put into a couple tough spots, a couple turnovers on our end. Not much you can do right from their perspective, but just continue to play hard, right? They're doing a good job getting turnovers for us. We just got to do a better job offensively executing on that, having the ball in our hands more, sustaining drives. Great offense is going to help our defense.
Offensively, how do you take better care of the ball in the second half?
Yeah, we just got to get, Rotessa settled down a little bit. They're bringing tons of pressure, so we got to kind of solidify our pass pro up front, make sure it's sound. That gives him time to kind of read it, get his feet set, and deliver throws that, he can make all over the field. And so, yeah, just got to put our kids in better spots offensively.
And lastly, this senior class on senior day, what has their impact been on this program?
It's been huge, and again, I know it's been sort of a tough season with the scoreboard and the results, but they're great kids. They're great young men. They show up every day, they compete. They're still setting standards for our program that we want to reach. And so, yeah, I love those guys. They're doing a great job. They fight to the very end, and that's all you can ask from your guys.
Thanks for the time, Coach. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Joe, Howie, back up to you.
Thank you, Bill. And what we expected from Coach Russin as far as his answers, and again, what a great group of kids this has been, despite the results on the field. We'll take a break. Be back with first half stats and highlights. After this, you're watching live high school football on CTN.
There was once a time when local sports coverage wasn't what it is now. A dark age filled with handycams and Polaroids and angry crowds. Then two noble souls stood and proclaimed aloud that they'd give the people high-quality sports no matter how. So sports nights they became. Delivering stats and highlights was their vow. And sports nights they remain. Watch them weekly on CTN Now.
Back at the Cardinals Stadium, Farmington Tigers a 27-0 lead over the Cardinals at the half, and it really, how it could be worse. The Tigers were granted some fantastic field position, but the Cardinals came up with a couple of turnovers deep in their own end, and then a stop right at the end of the first half as well. So Farmington could easily be up by 42.
Yeah, and when Bill talked to Coach Russin at halftime, he alluded to the fact that the defense had played well, had a couple of good opportunities. Offensively, they had a drive there towards the end of that first half. Unfortunately, an interception ended it, but that was their best chance to put some points on the board. Now they'll come out, Joe, and get the ball to start this second half, see what their offense can do.
Yeah, 3 turnovers on the flip side for Farmington's defense. And they came out quick. Their first couple of drives just chewed up big yardage. 51 yards on that catch for Wyatt. Very next play, they give it to him, and he runs it in from the 5. His first of 2 touchdowns. And then their second drive was only 2 plays. And again, it was Wyatt coming up huge, breaking away, and finding the end zone. Cardinals turnover, as I mentioned, and this one deep in their own end, but then they get the takeaway. Beneficial call on the side of the home team, but it kept the Tigers out of the end zone. Then another drive deep into Cardinal territory ends with another strip and turnover. A blocked punt, though.
That was a heck of a play.
Was returned for a touchdown by Spiratos, but a flag meant that they were backed up at the 15th. No worries. Jonah Osk finished that drive with a couple of straight runs into the end zone. He had 2 scores for Farmington as well. And again, they threatened a couple of times. Could easily have 42 or even 49 points at the break.
Look at
a huge difference.
Total yards, over 200 yards difference in total offense between the Farmington team and Coon Rapids. And again, you look at one negative, a couple of negatives. The only thing you can say for Farmington, a couple of turnovers, and then maybe too many penalties.
Way too many.
The
Yeah,
coach
6.
is likely.
And the timing of those penalties has certainly not helped the Farmington team, which they could have this game completely sewed up. But as it is, the Cardinals do have an opportunity. They need to be able to get some rhythm on offense. They've only had 2 drives where they had first downs. The first drive of their first possession, and then the late one that ended in the interception deep in Farmington territory. And then Farmington marches all the way down, only to come up short when they had it inside the red zone. Down on the sidelines with the Farmington coach is Bill Hupp. Bill?
Down here with John Piper, the head coach of Farmington. And, Coach, you had to be thrilled with that fast start on the road, 20-0 after the first quarter.
Yeah, we're a little concerned that our offense is putting the ball on the ground a little more than we'd like to right now. But they're playing really fast. They're making adjustments on the fly, and they're doing some good stuff so far.
2 interceptions, a forced fumble, and 2 blocked punts in that first half. What do you think of your opportunistic defense and special teams?
You put it really well. I don't know what else I need to say there. They are doing some different stuff offensively in terms of the way they're blocking zone, so we're making some adjustments for the second half here. But very well-coached team here in Coon Rapids. They're showing us some new stuff that we haven't seen before from them.
In terms of Brock Wyatt, he got off to a super fast start, a little bit banged up in the first half. Is there any status update you can share on him?
Well, he is going to go in. We're going to take a picture of that leg, make sure that everything's okay there. So that is kind of a bad leg for him in the past here. We're preparing for the worst, but hoping for the best.
All right, thanks for the time, Coach. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. Joe and Howie, back up to you for the second half.
All right, appreciate it, Bill. We will take a break, be back with that second half kickoff after this. You're watching live high school football on CTN. Back in the Cardinals Stadium, regular season finale. Cardinals hosting the Farmington Tigers. And the Tigers have controlled through the first 24. Cardinals will start the second half with the ball. And the Tigers, it sounds like, will be without one of their stars, Brock Wyant, and we certainly hope the best for him and his
absolutely.
opportunity to try and come back and at least help his team next week in the playoffs.
Yeah, he was going to get that, as head coach Piper said, going to get that knee looked at. And Coach Piper, for the most part, thought, hey, this is, we've played pretty well. There are some things that obviously they felt they needed to clean up, like those turnovers and those penalties in the first half. However, you have to feel pretty comfortable with a 27-point lead. And Reds having a little cuisine here at the stadium, a little popcorn.
So Farmington, again, they're in that middle spot. A win here today at a 5-3 record.
Yep.
There's an opportunity for them to be hosting a playoff game next week. For Coon Rapids, they'll have to wait to find out where they go. Likely landing spots will be Lakeville North, which in the most recent rankings have dropped all the way to number 4.
All the way.
That's
a lot.
Well, they've been in the number 1 spot
were.
for most of this season.
They have one loss.
The other one is Mounds View,
yep.
which would be a much shorter journey, but a Mounds View team that has been also in that top 10 all year long.
Yep. Yeah. Either way, whoever it is, it's gonna be a monumental task, to say the least.
The Cardinals have faced top 10 teams each of the last 3 weeks, and have given up at least 55 in each of those contests. And for Coon Rapids, again, we've talked about it frequently throughout this season. They need to try and focus on getting better each and every snap, win every snap, every drive, see if they can win the second half. They were able to do that against Maple Grove in the second half, and again in the first quarter and first part of the second quarter last week against Blaine. Then the Bengals caught fire and scored 5 touchdowns in the second quarter last week.
Yeah, they're pretty good. They're another pretty good squad here in this conference. But I think the Cardinals would just like the opportunity to put some points on the board, and especially on this drive. Do the things they did on that last drive, where unfortunately it ended up in an interception. But obviously this time finish it.
Geisler set to kick it away. Short end-over-end kick is going to be taken by LaFaca from the 16-yard line. Running right, finding some blockers. A nice return out across midfield. Cutting back, still getting blockers, using them to the best of his ability. Down close to the Farmington 30-yard line. Ball popped out, but he was clearly down. The Tigers arguing, but will be unsuccessful. What a return for Cyril LaFaca.
Well, and that's exactly what the Cardinals needed. They needed some sort of spark here, and LaFaca gave him a really nice one. And a great job following his blockers, and then he's a nice move to the inside, really opened up that territory for him. Tried to follow a few blockers there.
Solaris deep downfield, blocking several different guys to help LaFaca as best he can. Sayedith, the man in motion. Handoff went to the wrong side, and Muhammad is dropped in the backfield. A sack for Sparatos to start the second half.
Yeah, just not on the same page between Jeremy and Mertessa.
Loss of 3. Second and 13. Cardinals have found the most success through quick passes.
Yep.
We've talked about it. A lot of different guys that have playmaking abilities. Sayedith trying to turn upfield. Ball came loose. They're going to say it was free. The Tigers are celebrating.
Officials haven't said anything.
No official word yet. And there it is.
It's unfortunate.
4th takeaway of the afternoon for Farmington. Jack Jarobak with the recovery. Good quick pass. Sayedith gets around the corner.
Oh, yeah, there easily.
Punched free. And a very quick turnover back to this Farmington offense.
That was punched away by number 9, Mickey Chant.
And Mickey Chance had a nice game.
Yeah. Oh, ball's
and
out.
this ball is on the ground. Cummings Coleman is going to get it right back for the Cardinals.
Wow. That's again, that's Lane Johnson. That's a couple of fumbles for him.
What a recovery for Cam Cummings Coleman, too. Not only did he get the ball, but quickly just ripped it away and flipped himself over to make sure that he would retain possession. You saw it never got into the belly of Lane Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
Just a good
Great
battle on the
job
ground for Cam Cummings Coleman.
Yeah, Cummings Coleman with just a great play, heads up defensive play, and as you mentioned, just rips it out from Johnson's opportunity to get it back, and Cardinals get the ball deep in Farmington territory.
1st and 10 from the 28. Handoff goes to Adi. A couple of jump cuts gets him down to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3. And that is the crucial part of this drive.
Yeah.
Maintain possession, keep moving forward.
Absolutely.
Second and 7, just inside the 25. Walker the split end on the right side. Rutessa looking to his left, throws over the middle, incomplete, trying to force it in to Joitza and nearly picked off by Chris Riek.
Yeah, that probably should have been picked off by Riek, and again, just force it in that window between 2 defenders. Riek was in front. You're going to see a couple of white jerseys there.
A lot of traffic to try and squeeze that pass in.
Yeah, that's
set up 3rd down.
Fortunate that it wasn't intercepted.
Cardinals just 2 of 6 on 3rd down this afternoon. Certainly 4-down territory. Quick pass, bubble screen, complete to Barry, and he is dropped for a loss. Jack Jarobek, great start to his second half, had the fumble recovery, and now the TFL.
Yeah, again, trying to get it in the hands. You try and get it in the hands of your playmaker. Just a really good job defensively, as you mentioned, by Jarobek.
And it'll be 4th and 9 from the 27. The hope with the quick bubble screen was to make that 4th down more manageable. Instead, it's 4th and long. Showing blitz in the middle, the fake coming from Rehak.
Oh, he's coming.
A lot of bodies, a lot of pressure.
Ball's
they
out.
ripped the ball away. It was going to be a sack anyway. But instead, it's going to be a turnover. The forced fumble and recovery by Cole Bussey.
I mean, you talked about Riek. Look at him come in.
Strip sack. Just look at all that.
Yeah,
Oh,
a lot of. They brought everything. On
yeah, that was
that
Bussey
play.
punching it away
Yep.
and coming up with it.
That puts the ball in a great opportunity here for the Tigers to start their next drive.
Cardinals going backwards on those 4 plays, but what a play for Bussey.
Yep.
A strip sack, forced fumble, fumble recovery. Handoff goes to Johnson. He is stopped in the backfield, a loss of a yard.
And he's going to make sure he holds on to the pigskin this time because he's given it up a couple of times here this afternoon.
Well, and both have been just not real clean deliveries from Osk into the running back's gut.
Coach Sutton.
Riak is in the backfield with Osk and Johnson taking the spot. Wyant would normally man. play action. Pass goes to Riek, makes the catch, cuts back to the middle, trying to spin away from the tackle. He's out to the 45, call it the 46-yard line. It'll be 3rd and about 4.
Yeah, just enough to a nice job by Riek to pick up that real estate, make it a 3rd and pretty manageable situation.
3rd and 4, ball just outside the 45-yard line. Osk rolling, pressure coming, throws, pass complete, and a first down into Cardinal territory for Cole Wilczek.
Incomplete.
They're discussing it. And they will call it a completion and a first down.
Well, he pleaded his case and he won. Maybe he's going to be a future attorney. We'll take another look at it. He's just trying to escape the pocket.
Yeah, it came out as he went to the ground, but
he was down.
Enough to establish possession before going down. 1st and 10 from the Cardinal 48. And he's drawn offside.
That doesn't help.
Well, Coon Rapids, I think, just the one penalty in the first half, so did that part of the game well.
Offsides, defense, number 90. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
So it'll make it a little easier. 1st and 5 from the 43. Handoff goes up the middle. Rehak finds a nice hole.
Didn't he fumble? I thought he fumbled and got it back.
And drives his way inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Gain of 15.
Again, just a nice job following this. Blocker's going to change direction. Oh, my bad. I thought I saw the ball come out at the end, but...
Wishful thinking?
Possibly. Always going to put those positive vibes out for these Cardinals.
1st and 10 from the Coon Rapids 28. Handoff goes to Johnson, running right, cuts back in the middle, has a nice lane, makes one man miss. He's got a big gain down inside the 5. 1st and goal, Farmington.
He does such a nice job with changing direction when he's running that football. And again, that allowed him to get close to the stripe. But good blocking up front, first and foremost. Riek seals the edge there, and then change of direction allows him to cut back upfield.
That's a big missed tackle.
Yeah, it was.
1st and goal from the 3. Handoff goes to Rehak in the middle. Stood up, keeps driving, dives forward. Touchdown, Farmington.
Yeah, again, keep those feet going and able to get into the end zone. Another score for the Tigers. And they're on top 33-0, looking to make it 34 here.
So Chris Rehak, part of that ambush alliance, had been having a big game on defense. Now comes in, and he's got a touchdown on offense.
Yeah, we were told the ambush alliance is the leadership committee for this team, and especially during the season and during the offseason.
Ethan Geisler kicks it up and through. It is 34-0 in favor of the visiting Tigers.
Yeah, and just, again, efficient drive, able to cap it off with a score. 6:16 remaining in quarter number 3, and a healthy lead for the Tigers. Let's take another look at that. Just a good job following it. Bacher's cutting inside and then able to stretch it over the stripe for the touchdown. Tigers celebrating here in Coon Rapids with a hefty lead on the road. Of course, the Farmington faithful across the way enjoying this game by their club. Beautiful day for football, Joe.
It is. You know, it's been, again, kind of a strange season with a couple of firsts as far as game timings, 10 a.m. Friday morning and now 1 o'clock on a Thursday afternoon. But both of those day games, it has been absolutely gorgeous and really fortunate all season long with the weather for all 8 of their contests thus far. No rain, no
It really has, absolutely.
Today's wind, maybe the greatest natural element the Cardinals have had to contest with all year long. High, short kick. Lafaka will take it from the 18. Coming to the right, finds that seam, trying to find his way through, and not going to have the same success he did last time, but a good return out close to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, still pretty good return, a pretty good field position for the Cardinals next drive. Well, boy, Joe, I'll tell you that the Cardinal offense just needs something to happen for them positively. Give the fans something to cheer about.
Four receivers on first down. Lafaka, the man in motion from right to left. Pass will go his way on the screen. Gets between a couple of blockers. Ball came out. He was able to scoop it back in, I believe. But fighting for extra yardage, and he is able to regain possession. It'll be a very short game.
Yeah, you can see him at the end of that play just reach out for that football, make sure he shoveled it into his gut, because they did not want to turn the ball over again. You're going to see right here is that ball. Good job by the defense taking it away, just ripping it out. But he's able to bring it in, make sure he retains possession.
Mason Ebby ripping it free, but Lafaka able to get it back. Gain of a couple. Muhammad rolls out his pass, blocked away. A great play by Max Blandon.
Yeah, Blandon just got a big pop and knocked that down because it looked like they were going to complete that play. But just make sure he gets a hand in the passing lane and does a nice job of knocking it away to make it 3rd and long.
Situation the Cardinals have found themselves in far too often this afternoon. Muhammad over the middle, Sayedith could not bring it in. That pass a little bit behind him. It'll be 4th down.
Yeah, that wasn't an opportunity. Definitely behind him. The Cardinals are going to have to punt it away.
Mason Ebby will be the deep return man along with Ty Beck. So Ebby replacing the spot Wyatt normally fills on special teams. Young standing at his own 23-yard line. End over end kick will bounce out of bounds just inside the 35-yard line. Farmington will have pretty good field position.
32-yard line. Tigers taking the 1st and 10.
Still a little more than 5 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. Each team has turned it over once. Tigers, solid 61-yard drive, their last possession. Little play action, that pass is complete. Left side for Resney. He stopped after a gain of about 6. Out close to the 42-yard line, or 37-yard line.
Gets that quick pass from Osk and able to turn it upfield for a positive gain. Cardinals making sure they bring him down at the end of that play.
Second and 5, Resney the man in motion. Handoff in the middle. Johnson hit almost immediately, able to force his way forward for a gain of 1.5 yards. It'll be third down.
Jazzy Morris on the tackle for the Cardinals, doing a good job of bringing him down, putting him in a third down situation.
It'll be 3rd and 3. Again, Resney goes in motion, left to right. Handoff goes to Johnson, trying to find a hole. There's nothing there. He gets maybe a 1/2 yard, but it'll be 4th down. And Farmington likely to run out their punt team for the first time today.
Yeah, good defensive stand for the Cardinals. It was, again, just forcing a 3 and out.
Be 4th and 2.
Yep. Well, you got to practice your punting at some point, so I'm assuming this is obviously opportunity for them to get their punt unit out on the field.
Well, the same guy receives the snaps, whether it's offense or the punt team, so Jonah Osk is dangerous.
Yeah.
But this is a situation where you're up big, you're not
kick
going
it away.
to gamble it, and you're right, you have to practice your punt and punt coverage. Left-footed boot, and he put a lot into it. Adi chasing it back. It bounces at the 15 and will take a Tiger roll down to the 10-yard line, and the Cardinals will take over with a ton of field in front of them.
Yeah, that was a heck of a boot by Osk.
.251 to go in the third quarter.
He's an impressive young man. He does a nice job. Now had the punt there. He averages about 37.5 yards per punt. He's punted 11 times, now making 12 times this season.
Handoff to Adi off the left side, gain of 2. Doesn't help that their starting field position has been not good.
No.
Well, Farmington has started more than half of their possessions, I think, on Cardinals half of midfield. Yeah, their average starting field position is the Coon Rapids 47. Cardinals' average starting field position is the 25. Fighting an uphill battle all afternoon, and they put it on the turf again, and the Tigers are on top of it. They're going to take over with a goal-to-go situation. Just a bad transfer, and Jurabek coming up with his second recovery of the afternoon.
Yeah, again, just things going wrong again for the Cardinals offensively. It's just, I don't know if he was trying to pull it back out, but nonetheless, ball transfer does not work, and Tigers are on it.
So after the defense did hold for the first punt of the afternoon, Cardinal offense turns it over. Is that the fifth takeaway for
I think so.
Farmington?
I think so.
And the Cardinals will give him 5 more yards, or half the distance.
Yeah, don't make it any easier for him.
Offsides, defense, number 99. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
So it is a 5-yard penalty, but in this instance, it will be half the distance, so it's technically 4.5 yards. So it'll be 1st and goal from the 5. Handoff goes to Johnson, cuts back untouched into the paint. Touchdown, Farmington.
So indeed it is 6 turnovers for the Cardinals here this afternoon.
That's it's tough to win. Again,
No, you can't win when you turn the ball over.
We talked about the difference in starting field position is one big factor, but almost impossible to win when you're losing the turnover battle.
And look at the blocking up front.
Yeah,
It's
and
just
I mean,
amazing.
Johnson pretty much in untouched from 5 yards out. Geisler out to add the extra point. It is up. It is good. It is 41-0 Tigers.
Yeah, it's again just a tough situation. You turn the ball over way down in your end, and a good offensive team like Farmington is going to make you pay. I mean, look at the blocking. He did walk in untouched. I mean, just they opened a hole that you could run through, Joey.
Ooh.
No, I know you could.
Ooh.
I have faith in you. Yeah, that one little burst. You might have to take a nap after, but
Get a massage.
you get a massage, ice bath, and
Oh, yeah.
Oxygen. Oxygen.
Let's be honest. I'm hit by any one of the kids on this field.
oh, it's over.
That's it for me that day.
You're gonna take your ball and go home.
Yeah, I'd like to say I would be able to run through that hole, but I'm awfully slow. So I wouldn't give myself the benefit of the doubt.
Maybe they take it easy on you since you're an old man.
It's a one-play drive to go 5 yards. Took just a second or two off the clock. Still 2 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. And the Cardinals looking at running time for the 7th time this season.
7 times in eight games. That's tough. That's tough for these kids. It's tough for the coaches. Tough for the fans. It's tough for the announcers. It's just not good all around, unfortunately.
Geisler, a really short, high boot, bounces just inside the 30. Cardinals able to dive on top of it. But I think that was done intentionally, trying to keep the Cardinals off balance. So it'll be Cardinal ball from their own 27. Cardinals could avoid that running time.
They could.
If they're able to get to the end zone before the end of this 3rd quarter.
I hope it happens. They need something positive.
3 receivers on the right side. Pass goes that way, complete to Sayedith. Trying to get around the corner and get some blocking. He's out across the 30 to the 32-yard line. Gain of 5.
I got 3 targets. I'm 7 away from my prediction.
Jerebick another tackle. He's been everywhere.
Yeah, he has been everywhere. I mean, Coach Sutton talked about his defense, and they've got a lot of playmakers, a lot of guys that move to the ball, and a lot of guys that tackle well, and we've seen it here tonight.
Yeah, they're a solid club. I mean, they're 4-3. They've never been below 500.
Nope.
This will be the first time they have won back-to-back games all year. They've traded wins with losses. And Johnny's going to have just enough to get a first down on this one. But you know, they've been in every game.
They have.
They have not. I mean, Lakeville South ran it up on them a little bit, 50-29 in week number 2. But you know, one of their losses was to number 4 Lakeville North by a single score.
Yeah, that impresses me.
Just a couple weeks ago, they lost to number 12 Egan, also by a single score. So you know, 3 of their 4 losses to teams in the top 12 in the state, and they have kept it a single score game.
Yep, absolutely.
Hand off to Adi, bounces to the left, gets a good block from Braden Waldron, hit hard at the end, but not until he picks up 5.
Again, just trying to look upfield, cut inside to see if he can pick up that additional yardage, and then brought down hard at the end. Just gains the edge, and then it's going to try and turn it upfield, and didn't gain much once he did.
Mason Ebby with the tackle.
See if they get the play off before the end of the quarter.
Does not look as if they will. The buzzer will sound. We will take a break, and when the fourth quarter begins, it'll be running time as the Cardinals trail by 41. Back at the stadium, the Cardinals have the football but trail 41-0. Trying to at least get into the end zone and get the clock to stop, and also, avoid being shut out for the third time this season. They've had multiple scores in each of the last 2 weeks, and the referee pulled out the flag and kind of half threw it, and then didn't. And I thought he was blowing the whistle, but he didn't, and the play ends up with a 4-yard loss, and it's going to be 3rd and 9.
Another tackle by Jerbeck for a loss for that Farmington defense.
And it was kind of a broken play, but I saw the flag come out from the referee, and I thought he was blowing the whistle, and then he didn't, and then it ends up not being a good play for the offense. Roll out, pass is picked off. Great high point attack from Max Blandon. He's got room down the sideline, tracked down from behind by Sayedith. But the Tigers will take over with another goal-to-go situation. Makes it so much easier on your offense when they come onto the field in goal to go.
From the 4 or the 5. Yeah, and that's turnover number 7 on the Cardinals here tonight. And you talked about it, Joe. You said you can't win ball games when you're turning it over. And that just a great athletic play by him to pick the ball up. And he was looking to try and get that score, but Sayedith and Adi had something else to say about that. He's make him earn it from the 5. But again, just a great athletic play on the interception.
I think that might be his second pick. Yeah? No?
Yeah.
I don't know. Gavin Holmquist, the quarterback for Farmington. Maybe a little bit of a broken play. He keeps it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown.
Again, one play, one score.
And again, I think that was a broken play because he looked to his left to hand off. There was no one there.
But he saw that hole in the middle.
And then he ran right up the middle and gets into the end zone. Adds to that lead. And again, you talked about last week against Burnsville. They put up 50. And the extra point coming would put them to 48 here against the Cardinals.
We'll have to ask Harley how many points off turnovers. Maybe somebody in the truck can ask him that, but a lot. Because
Geisler up and through. It's good.
So I'll make it 48-0 in favor of the Tigers here with 10:08 remaining in the contest. It's going to end a disappointing regular season for the Cardinals. They'll fall to 0-8.
You're calling it?
It's pretty tough with 10 minutes on running time and you're 48 points behind.
You only need 7 touchdowns.
Yeah.
That's a couple of long strikes and then the clock stops, right?
Well, yeah.
You only need to recover 6 onside kicks. It can be done.
Well, anything can be done, but I would love to, more than anyone, to see that. That would be wonderful.
I'm pretty certain if we even got close to that happening, I will have lost my voice by about the fourth returned or recovered onside kick. By the sixth, I would, I'm sure I would
be out
have
of your
no
mind.
voice. I would
be
have
out
no
of your
voice,
mind.
so
Yeah.
guarantee it.
So 5 scores off turnovers for.
Yeah, a couple of them they've turned it right back over. I mean, the Cardinals. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure the defense has more turnovers in this game than they have had in any game this season. Maybe as many as they've had all year combined. I think they have 4 takeaways.
I believe so.
Another short kick from Geisler. This one headed toward the sideline. Cardinals will let it go out, and they'll take it from the 35.
A pretty good field position here for the Cardinals to start their next drive.
Illegal free kick out of bounds. Number 98 of the kicking team. The ball will be placed at the 35-yard line. First down.
He's done a nice job of calling the action and keeping things going on the field and letting everybody know what calls were being made. We appreciate that from you, sir.
Yeah, and again, the one positive for Coon Rapids, very few penalties.
Correct. You got to find the positives.
And the takeaways.
And the takeaways, yes, correct. And a couple of good opportunities that they accomplished on defense.
Well, Farmington has I think three or 4 trips to the red zone that have ended without any points.
Absolutely.
A couple of turnovers, 1 turnover on downs. Gain of 4 for Adi on first down, 2nd and 6 from the 39. And the wind just blew the ball back and gave him an extra yard. To give the Farmington defense
didn't do any favors for the Cardinals.
Second and 6, they'll hand it off to Adi again, looking for room in the middle, bounces to the outside, makes a man miss, has a first down and more across midfield, and out of bounds just shy of the Farmington 45. And that's we talk about big playability. Jeremy Adi, that may be their biggest play from scrimmage so far tonight.
Yeah, it was a nice looking run, and again, Adi with that quick elusiveness, he can get to the outside and pick up that additional yardage for the first down and moving the sticks.
15-yard gain, 1st and 10 from the Farmington 46. Waldron had a 29-yard reception, so that's the longest play from scrimmage. Handoff, Adi. Tigers got into the backfield quickly, but he's able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Flag comes in, and this one's likely backing up.
Yep, most likely a hold.
Holding, offense, number 71. 10-yard penalty, replay first down.
So that'll back him back into their own territory. It'll be first and 20 from their 44. Easy for me to figure out. It's again that math stuff.
And Minneapolis math, it's tough. It's challenging for sure.
As soon as I say something about their very few penalties, screen play goes to Barry. Good blocking and a nice run after catch. Forces his way down to the Farmington 40-yard line. So that'll make it from 1st and 20 to 2nd and manageable.
Yeah, again, giving an opportunity to Barry to get in some space, and he does a nice job with run after the catch. Again, just moving in, following his blockers, and nice gain.
From 1st and 20 to 2nd and 3, ball placed at the 39. Mohamed, quick throw, complete to Waldron on the left side. Another receiver screen. This one will go for a first down to the 32.
Well, that's what they've been trying to do all day, is just establish that quick rhythm offense. It's paid off for them at times, and it hasn't at others.
Johnson for the Tigers. That's a 6-yard gain, another first and 10. Cardinals are third to you.
Handoff, Adi. Good burst, but then he slipped. That was a nice hole. He's going to pick up about 5 before the turf monster reached up and got him. Ball placed at the 26, gain of 6. Mohamed with time, looks left. Long pass, complete to Waldron.
I think it's on the 1.
Right at the 1-yard line. Great job battling for a 50-50 ball. Still scrapping with Jack Lansing, but it is a first and 10 and goal from the 1.
Orteza with a beautiful pass, just lays this right where as he stretches out for it. Look at the catch, brings it in with one arm. Ooh, did they hit the ground? Nonetheless,
he wanted the touchdown, would not get it.
And I don't blame him.
But yeah, he's definitely down short of the goal line. But could be some question as to whether the ball found the turf. On first and goal, handoff, Adi. Jump step to get away from a tackler. He's into the end zone. And the Cardinals will not be shut out this afternoon.
And that's the big thing for the Cardinals is that you don't want to be shut out. I mean, obviously you don't want to have lopsided scores like this, 48-6, but you also do not want to come away without any points from your offense.
I believe that's the first touchdown of the season for Jeremy Adi.
Correct.
He also had the passing touchdown against Osseo.
Yep.
But a great little jump cut to avoid the pressure in the backfield. Gets to the line, and they're going to put the offense out there, look for 2. Solid drive, and really only the second score to end a consistent drive. That one floated just over the outstretched hands of Harold Berry on the right side, incomplete. But Coon Rapids is on the board.
Yeah, well, that's what they wanted. They wanted to get on the board. They didn't want to come out of this game without any points, and disappointing as it is. And just nice, as you mentioned, the jump cut by Adi, able to get past and get into the end zone for a score.
5:13 to play in this contest, and this will be the first time that Jackson Young has kicked off since he got this game underway.
Correct. There you see 8 plays, 65 yards. Nice chunk of time off the clock. Obviously 4:55 in the Adi with that touchdown run.
Yeah, just the second time they've had a drive into the red zone and then score. Right. Everything before last week, all of their scores were from long range. Their shortest, I think, was 60 yards. Or no, last week, I'm sorry, it's 2 weeks ago that their touchdown came on the Joitza run. Because last week their touchdown was Sayada's 35-yard catch. So just the second rushing touchdown and the second red zone touchdown of the year for the Cardinals. Jackson Young, squib kick, gets through a couple of levels of Farmington return men before it's finally corralled at about the 23-yard line by number 9, Mickey Chant.
Number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9.
Number 9. 4:47 to go as the Tigers take the field again, and as we talked about, they're bringing in a few more subs.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Gavin Holmquist, just a freshman. Just a freshman taking over as the quarterback. Had that touchdown from short range last time on the field. Handoff goes up the middle for Michael Wondwison, and he's going to gain just a couple.
Yeah, again, obviously, look, just continue to keep the ball on the ground, run the clock out with the running time here in this situation.
And it will be a happy bus ride back down to Farmington.
Yes, it will.
Always tough when you have those long road trips to head back home after a loss is always tough. A little bit easier when you win, and not just win, but in convincing fashion.
Yes, absolutely.
Pass complete to Eric Stender on the left side for a short gain.
And as you mentioned, first time this season that Farmington's won 2 games in a row as they'll close out their season at 5-3. Cardinals, unfortunately, still looking for that win. And they're going to have a matchup with somebody that is highly rated and certainly make it tough on them.
3rd and 4 from their own 28. Cardinals trying to force the punt unit out for Farmington for just the second time this afternoon. Holmquist out of the pistol, looking to his left, throws. That pass is complete, and they will move the sticks out to the 40-yard line. Nice catch in traffic for Ty Beck.
Oh, nice throw by Holmquist, too, as he just laced it in there. Good protection, quick throw, right in the gut of the receiver.
First and 10 from their 40. Handoff again goes to Wondwison, but he is stopped in the backfield.
Nice stick by Michael Offord.
And then got some help from his friends to make sure Wondwison would not get away. Dropped for a 5-yard loss.
You see the time remaining, 1:40.
Second and 15. Cardinals showing blitz in the middle. Holmquist rolling to his right, escaping some pressure, still looking downfield. Now he will tuck it and run out of bounds as he crosses the 40, and Cardinals close to a late hit out of bounds. But it'll be 3rd and about 8. Maple Grove up 31-21.
No, that's a final.
Oh, that's a final.
That's a final.
It's a big win for number 2 Maple Grove over number 1 Minnetonka, and the Crimson will finish their season undefeated at 8-0.
Well, possible opponent for the Cardinals next week, Moundsview beat St. Michael Albertville 37-0.
Wondwison breaks a couple of tackles, but not able to gain any positive yardage. He'll be stopped for a loss. It'll be 4th and 9.
Chample Park dropping one to Lakeville
Timeout.
South 2013.
Coon Rapids. Their first of the half.
Osseo as well, dropping to White Bear Lake 21-17. Blaine lost to Shakopee 29-20.
Well, that's a pretty good Shakopee team too.
Yep, absolutely.
Shakopee right now ranked number 3.
Yep.
QRF. Maple Grove is number 2. Blaine is number 10, right behind Anoka. Moundsview is number 7, and they're actually, by QRF on MinnesotaScores.net, they're actually 2nd place in Section 4-6A. So the Cardinals is the number 8 seed in Section 6, or Section 5 rather. If the crossover is with Section 4, could possibly go to Forest Lake as well. Those two are 6 and 7 in the QRF, Forest Lake and Mounds View. So it's going to be a similar level of opponent either way. It's a matter of how far east does that bus have to go.
We'll find out.
Mounds View, the closest likely opponent for the Cardinals. Osk is still out there to do the punting, and another good punt, and it's muffed. Looks like the Cardinals able to get back on top of it. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know if Neal was able to get it. Cardinals fortunate. Had another body in there. Those guys still fighting for it. Finally coming out with it is Farson Ibrahim. So fortunate for the Cardinals, they didn't give it right back in plus territory, and they're going to have time to take one play. 5 seconds left on the clock.
I started the game clock incorrectly. Please put 11.3 seconds, 11.3.
So you heard they'll adjust it, put 11.3 on. Still, running time, that's still only one play unless you call another timeout. Cardinals confused, didn't have enough guys on the field. Certainly don't want to make it any easier or more difficult for yourself. Pass complete near side to Alan Sierra Lopez. We stop well short of a first down. Gain of about 5, and then a flag comes in, and if this is on the defense, Cardinals will get another play.
Personal foul, face mask. Number 50 of the defense. 15-yard penalty, first down.
Oh, face mask on the defense with 3 seconds remaining.
Move it out to the Cardinal 49 and
Hail Mary.
One last play. 3 seconds on the clock.
That's the end of the fourth quarter.
Oh, and let the time run out.
They will not get a chance to snap the ball. I thought maybe the clock stopped because of the penalty, but it does not. And that will bring us to the end. A 48-6 win for the Farmington Tigers.
So I guess seeding is Friday, Joe. So we'll find out. Hopefully for them, we'll know by sports night who they will be playing, where they will be going, and where you and I will be going, hopefully.
And the playoffs will start next Friday. That part we are aware of.
Yes.
We know the Cardinals will be going on the road. There's absolutely no chance of hosting a first-round game.
No, we have called our last game from here this year.
And it
for football.
Correct. Well, for the stadium, we won't see the stadium again until spring.
That's what I'm saying.
Until it's lacrosse season.
Exactly.
So, the booth is in good shape.
Yes, it is.
We leave it in good shape. We've enjoyed our 4 trips to see football games here despite the outcomes. And, for the Cardinals, another tough way to lose a ball game. Again, running time in 7 of their 8 contests this year. An upcoming game against one of the best teams they've faced all season long.
Yeah, for sure. And it obviously doesn't get any easier. And you have to just go into this week, say, we're going to do the best we can. We're going to try and execute our game plan and play well on defense. But it's a tall task is probably an understatement.
Yeah, and for Farmington, again, their first time winning back-to-back games, and they put up 98 points in their last 2 contests. So the offense obviously clicking very well for the Tigers, and they are at 5-3, likely going to host a first-round game and carrying their best momentum. Unfortunately for them, may have lost one of their key components in Wyant, went down in the second quarter with a lower body injury.
Yeah, we hope for the best for that young man because he's so dynamic. dynamic, and he's so big part of what this team does on offense and also in the return game. So we'll pray that he can play, but this Farmington team is pretty impressive.
Yeah, we've got playoffs next week for both the football team and the volleyball team. Volleyball playoffs are on Wednesday night. Of course, playoffs cannot be broadcast live, so those will start at midnight with a replay. Same for the football playoffs on Friday. And there it is, just around the corner, girls hockey team opening their schedule on the road against the St. Michael Albertville Knights, and that will be on Tuesday, November 12th. But that will do it for this edition of CTN Sports. Again, the final score, Farmington 48, Coon Rapids 6. I want to thank everybody out there for joining us and continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Bill Hupp and Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young, saying goodnight.